Hello. Happy
Hello.
Sunday.
Happy Sunday. Happy
We
Sunday.
are live
Live
in the 5 o'clock hour.
in the 5 o'clock hour.
Yes, sir.
We made it. We here.
We definitely here.
Despite
Y'all.
all our adversaries.
My God. It's always something, but it's only going to get better. Listen, welcome to the Big Girl Talk Show. We have
It's the Big Girl Talk Show. I want our jingle already.
We haven't did this in a while. She literally just cut me off.
Sorry.
I'm Christine, and this is my sister Jamila.
Girl,
Listen, hey Pam, welcome, Greg.
Pam.
Welcome.
Thank you for joining live. You get to see us live today.
You get to show the world.
Those that are on my personal page, we are on the Big Girl Talk page. Please click the link in the description and join us over there to see both of us full frontal. We are here today, and today we are definitely here. I don't even know what to say. We off. I'm off. It's me. I'm off.
What do you mean?
I'm rattled. I'm off today, but I'm gonna get it together.
What do you mean you're rattled?
Today is not. The stars are not aligned correctly. Something's wrong, but I'm here.
I know what's wrong. You know what's wrong.
I am ready to talk about where my village is today.
So today, y'all, we're gonna it's gonna be pretty much we're gonna talk like we've been doing. I don't even know why I'm trying to amp this up like this. We're gonna talk about something that, of course, has affected or should be a good thing in the Black community or any community. Where's my village? It's about the support system or the support system that you build or entrust with taking care of your children, looking after yourself, looking after you, all that good stuff. So we're gonna dive right in, of course. Well,
no, because we do need to talk about our week. So this week, those of you that know, we are based out of Atlanta, Georgia. And this past week, I was able to go back home to Spartanburg, South Carolina for a work trip, but I still was able to see some of my family. So that was good. I was able to see my grandbaby and my boys. So I had a really good week. It was a really long week, but it was really good. So that is basically what I had going on this week. And yourself?
Nothing. Work.
You said it last week.
I had nothing going on. My life is not exciting as I think it is.
Well, find something good other than that you woke up.
I cooked today. I cooked twice this week.
You did. It was great.
Okay. But other than that, that's all I got. I don't have nothing exciting.
Moving on.
Thank you.
So this village, we talked about this earlier this week, and she explained to me that what we failed to realize is that we did pick a village of people, or a village of people were there or willing to assist us with our children. But then as a child, when you grow up, what happens to that particular village? Other than the fact that if they die out or things of that nature, what happens to that village that was there to help support and guide this child through their early years? Mm-hmm. So that's what we want to try to talk about today. So starting off, what type of village did you have growing up?
So I didn't really have a village. Mm-hmm. I was just there. I was just existing.
So we know that a village does not mean a lot of times the people within your household.
That is true.
So was there somebody on the outside, teachers, supporters, family members, anybody on the outside that you know that as a village?
I did. I actually found my own village. Nothing, because of course I've always, ever since I was a little girl, my aura or my personality has always attracted older people. Mm-hmm. And I'm not sure why, but older people look to me as like they're, one of them.
Right.
So when I was in school, it was this teacher called Miss Pridgeon. She was absolutely gorgeous. What? She was so beautiful to me.
She was my teacher.
And she really?
Mm-hmm.
I did not know
I
that.
used to love Miss Bridget.
I used to idolize that woman because number one, she was like the epitome of a beautiful Black woman.
And
Educational. She was sweet. She wasn't sassy. She was classy. Like it was just, oh my God, I want to be you. So it was. And when all through my Park Hills Elementary kind of career, let's just say career. I made it a career because I was bad as hell. I ain't even gonna hold you. I was bad. Rest in peace, Miss Hosley. I'm sorry I put you through all that. You were not the problem. It was me. Listen, because like, okay, anyway, back to Miss Bridget. She wanted me to succeed in everything. All of my curriculars, all of my like extracurriculars, like writing. I think it was like an essay kind of thing back then. Reading, of course, art. She was just like, Christine, you can do it. You can do it. And I found comfort in that because when I was at home, nobody was pushing me. Nobody was encouraging me. So I actually look forward to going to school, even though I showed my tail. I was just acting out. I didn't know what to do. I was all over the place. But anyway, Miss Pridgeon was there, and I will always remember her. I really do. And as far as like outside of school, of course, when I met you when I was 9, you were my big sister at that particular time. So I clinged on to you no matter what. I think at the very beginning, that was just it. It was the people at my school, particularly Miss Bridget, and I think it was you, and maybe like a couple other grown people. But yeah, that was about it.
Okay. So you definitely made a system for yourself or support system for yourself versus somebody bringing together a group of people to help support you throughout your childhood.
Right. And as I grew older, I actually looked like it was Miss Moore. I don't know how many teachers you remember from Park Hills because your kids went to Park Hills, but it was Miss Moore, it was Miss Clemens, it was Dr. Hosley, rest in peace. I think she passed away like a year or two ago, if I'm not mistaken. She was like my 5th, 6th grade teacher. And it was Miss Pridgeon and the principal, old school Miss Tigwick. That woman gave me my first whooping. This lady gave me she brought out the paddle, girl. And I thought it was over with. I thought she was abusing me. I said, oh my God, this lady I was screaming for
no.
I was bad. I was really bad. And then, oh my God, I forgot. It was the Officer Sutton.
Oh yeah.
That was couldn't nobody tell me. That was my daddy.
I'm done.
That was my daddy for real because he came to like my graduations. Like anytime that I was like in trouble in school, he was like, Christine, now you chill out. Your mama at work. You gotta.
Everybody in the world knew who your mama was. You couldn't get away from it.
I could not. Oh my God, Tori. Yeah. Oh yeah, Tori. On here, Miss Means Rice. Yes, definitely Miss Rice. She was like the female coach, like for track and stuff. When she came into Park Hills, everything stopped because she was so cool. Number one, she was so little, so she was like one of us. But we respected her. And my 4th grade teacher, Mr. Super. That was my
AKA Pastor
Super. Listen, I was in 4th grade.
I'm done. How you got a crush on your 4th grade?
I loved him. I wanted to go to his class.
I'm done. Thank you so much for joining over here. Please click the link in the description to join us on the Big Girl Talk page. So you had a circle.
I had a circle that in my mind they were for me.
Right.
Yeah. That was for me.
Is that why you had it out? Because you wanted your circle to pay attention to you?
I think so. Because if you really think about it, if you really get down to like the depths of it all, at home, I was just Christine. But at school, I was Christine, you can do better. Christine, you need to chill out. You're so much better than this. But at home, I was just like, you know what? So yeah, it was the attention. And
and
it
trying
felt
to
good.
get the accolades. I mean,
Yeah.
instead of just doing better and getting the accolades,
Oh, yeah.
you wanted to have that attention
Oh yeah.
plus that encouragement of I know I can do it.
Yeah.
Which you already knew, but you wanted the attention.
And I think it was because I've always had like a competitive streak. It didn't matter what it was in. I always had to be first. I had to be first finishing my test. Like, you know, them tests you had the time and you had to hurry up and turn up. I had to be first.
You gotta come
I had to be first. And when I was first, and they gave me my acknowledgement, that made me feel so good. So it made me want to do better.
Yeah.
And it made me feel like I was making those particular people proud. So, you know, that's what it was. So I do have a couple comments here. All right. So Reggie said, I can't name but one teacher in elementary school who left and impacted me on me, sadly. Pam said, I received several paddlings in elementary school. It took one time. It took one time for that paddle. And
I only got 3, and I didn't actually get the paddling.
Girl, I got a whoop.
I'm done.
But that was back in the day, so that was okay. That was
well, cool. So that is the one that you created for yourself. Me, myself, because we was made to go to church and we was made to do several different things. I had a lot of people that looked out for me.
Okay.
I actually supposed to have had a godmother, which is what I was told when I was growing up.
Wanted a godmother.
It didn't. Apparently, it didn't work because nothing's ever come out of it. However, that was supposed to have been my godmother, and then of course, aunts and uncles and stuff. We all just got together all the time. Everybody disciplined each other's kids, so everything was all good there.
Question
in that circle.
Godparents. What was that supposed to be like? Like what?
Normally, it's one of your parents' best friends. Excuse me. So a godparent is really someone that is supposed to take over responsibility for the child should anything happen to both parents. Right? However, those things have faded through time, and a godparent then became someone who bought school clothes or who bought big extravagant birthday gifts and things like that, and helped out when the parent could not do better.
So, to my understanding, it was appointed by the parent.
It's supposed to be appointed by the parent that person is to take over, and there was documentation and everything that this person is supposed to take over.
It was documentation. Yeah, I thought it was like a verbal contract.
It began where this person is supposed to take over guardianship of my child. It should something happen to both parents. This is what a godparent is.
I never
not
knew
supposed
that.
to be anybody that's related to you.
I never knew that it was actually supposed to be like written documentation where you guys signed a dotted line. I always thought it was like, like just for an example, like Majay, I would say, hey, Gloria, you're my friend and I think you're really responsible. If anything happened to me, can you make sure Majay's straight?
Right.
But you're actually telling me I'm supposed to take Gloria to the hospital or to the courthouse.
And make a will of some sort.
Wow.
And have Gloria sign the paper, because otherwise
I never knew that.
He's going to go to the next of kin. And because Gloria ain't no kin to him.
Right. She ain't had no say so.
Right.
I wonder if that's still like, it's supposed to be like that,
but see, that's what I'm saying. Like, people will sign up to be a godparent, but they don't want your child. If something happened to you, they look the other way while the grandma or an auntie or somebody in foster care takes your child. So my thing is, people want to say, I have a godson, I have a goddaughter. I'm going to my goddaughter's graduation. I'm doing.
They want the title.
When your goddaughter grow up,
right,
or even if your goddaughter's parents don't make it, are you going to take care of this child?
Right. Even Pam said she never knew that about godparents. That's crazy. I can honestly say that I never knew that it's supposed to be a sign.
Yeah, that's what a godparent's supposed to be. But we nowadays take
Uh-huh.
it so lightly to where when someone has a baby now and they say, "Oh, this person is the godparent," what they feel like their job is to go buy the most diapers at the baby shower, to throw the
It's
baby
more or less
shower.
like a competition.
They have to be the biggest and the baddest person in the room because they are the godparent.
Wow.
And if they don't show up that way, then they're not a good godparent. And that's not
what
it's
it.
supposed to be. I'm supposed to be able to call you when I can't get there.
That's
what I'm supposed to be able to do.
You're supposed to be my lifeline for my child.
Exactly. If I can't go to the conference, you're supposed to go to the conference.
Wow.
This is a lot of responsibility for a godparent, and they're just tossing all of that to the side.
Wow. I'm sorry, you guys. If you're on my personal page, I lost service, so I'm back now. So we're talking about godparents. I never knew that it was supposed to be like a written documentation for you to have a godparent. But Mila's explaining to us that back in the day it was supposed to. We don't know specifically if it's still upholding.
Right. And which I doubt it is, but you know what? Because of us.
Yeah.
We don't take that seriously.
It's the title. I
guarantee you, other cultures take it more seriously than we do.
But just like we know different races have particular parts of their family, like cousins or whatever, but you never really think about it because it's so prevalent in the Black community. Like our cousins are like our brothers and sisters. They're literally our extended family. So I wonder if they do actually have godparents in our sense. You know what I'm saying? Like how we say we want a godparent, or what we're talking about. I wonder if they take that seriously.
The thing of I don't know. I've never really asked or
heard about it.
Yeah. Now I do know that Catholics, they do the christening or what have you. And when you do the christening, you're supposed to have the godparent there.
Mm-hmm.
So I know they take it seriously, that particular religion.
Okay.
Know about
anything else.
Right.
So Reggie said, I had a friend who asked me to be a godparent while she was pregnant. Once she had the baby, she made someone else the godparent. I returned those diapers to Mr.
Not return the diapers.
The baby ain't do nothing to you, Reggie, now.
Well, you got another godparent. And that's what I'm saying. It's like a joke to people.
Yeah, I can see.
I can see somebody that's very near and dear to you.
Yeah.
How you just keep switching godparents? Mm-hmm. No, that's not.
Because now it ain't even about the child anymore. It's about you.
Right. Are you looking out for the best interest of your child, or are you looking to see whose pockets are deeper at the time that you're choosing? Because it could switch.
Wow.
That's crazy.
Pam said, I think older people think like Mila's explanation, but younger Black folks don't think like that. Exactly. That is true. So it's the time. Mm-hmm. It's the times. Because I know it was very like big and prevalent when I was a younger person, because like, my friends, it was like, oh my God, mama, this, my God. I'm like, damn, my mama went. Yeah. And I think I even asked my mama to answer. I was like, do I got a godparent? I don't think I ever got an answer. I don't think I got an answer. Oh, thank you so much for the stars, Tori. Thank you. Woo! Please make sure that you comment. You can actually go on the Big Girl Talk page to see me and Mila face to face. We're having this discussion there, but you're welcome to stay if you want to. So
as well as on my page, I have put the link in the description.
Yes.
So you can definitely join us over on the Big Girl Talk page. Hey, Tiana, I called you earlier, girl. Let me answer my phone call.
So as far as like godparents, did you ever appoint any of your children to have one?
I did not.
I didn't either, because I already knew you was gonna be there.
I didn't see the point. That's the thing. Like when I have somebody that's already close to me, I already know if something happens to my kids, that these people are going to make sure that my kids are okay. So I didn't have a reason to give them a godparent. Now I can say that one of my aunties took over the responsibility of being a godmother to one of my sons. Because that is what she wanted to do. And she wanted to take on full responsibility. And she did that for a while. She made sure he had what he needed. And then it got to where he was growing up to where he felt uncomfortable with a godmother and a god sister because he felt like he was using them. And I tried to explain it to him that was not the case.
Yeah.
That this is something that she wants to do for you. You just, stay in, and he was already in contact with her.
Right.
But she just wanted to do these things, and he felt like he was using her.
She was generally engulfed in his well-being.
Definitely.
That's what she really wanted to do. But I know exactly the situation, so I can definitely get it.
He was so uncomfortable with it, so it faded. And of course, he's grown now, so it didn't really. Well, it still matters, but he's grown now.
So is there an expiration on godparents? Like, if you know what I'm saying?
I don't think so. I would
just
not
forever.
Think so. I think that should be forever because that child is going to grow up, hopefully, to have children, and then you just want to keep that tradition going. But I don't know of an expiration date where it will come. Now, and just because the child grows up, I don't think you should let go of the child.
Right. And that's the whole meaning of this podcast today, or this show today, is because we're looking for that village that was actually supposed to be substantial to us as children. As we grow up, look, we don't have it all figured out.
Right.
I might need some guidance. I mean, I'm almost 40 years old and I'm still clueless about some shit.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm just like, I wonder if I still had that support.
Where would I be?
Where would I be? Exactly. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just like.
Exactly. Now we know everything happens for a reason, and
Definitely.
We know that things that happens, to us, for other people. We understand all those things.
Mm-hmm.
We're just trying to wrap our minds around when you have that village from a child.
Mm-hmm.
When you grow up, where do they go other than dying out? What happens? What happened to the relationship that we had when I was younger? What did I go astray, or did you see something in me that you didn't like that you just
detached? Yeah.
Right. What happened to this village that I had when I was younger? And what I was thinking was that when you're younger, people feel like they have to do for you, or they have to help you, right? So that when you grow up, you have to find the people that want to help you.
That's exactly.
And you have to build you probably have to build you a whole nother village from people that actually want to give you that help.
Wow.
Versus being
that's important.
To give it to you.
That's very important. And wow, I never even thought about that.
Right. Because when I'm small, you have an obligation to me, right? As my parent, as my godmother, or whatever, whoever, godfather, whoever it is,
guardian,
guardian or family, friends, whoever. But when I grow up, you don't have that responsibility anymore because now I'm grown. So now it becomes a point of, do you even want to be my support?
I think that's where it dies off. It's when you, at that 18, you're grown, so you are seen to make your own decisions, especially if someone was like us, we had kids at a young age. So we're seen as true adults. So we don't need any help. But I definitely think that is not the case
at all.
I think we need backbones more now than ever.
And it doesn't always have to be financial help.
I take care of myself.
Sometimes we fall through the cracks. Sometimes it's stuff that I really don't know. I've never been this age before.
Come on now. Don't we talk about it? I've never been 39 before, so I don't know what the hell I'm supposed to feel like.
Somebody that's older than me has been there, has walked that road.
Exactly.
And you give me a little bit of guidance.
It's always the blame game.
I know I'm supposed to read my Bible. I know I'm supposed to pray.
I
know I'm supposed to talk and walk with the Lord. I do that. I'm talking about the physical guidance here that you've already experienced.
Exactly. Just give me a little, hey, this is what I experienced. Look out for this.
Exactly.
If you come into this situation, this is how I handle it.
Maybe it will work for you.
So Reggie said, this is a sad topic this week, only because I know for a fact, if I had one person, just one who liked me when I was a child, so many things wouldn't have hurt as much when I was younger. Listen, Reggie, listen. I know. I'm not even gonna hold you. Like for the majority of my childhood, I felt like I was in this thing by myself.
And as a child, that's horrible.
That
to feel that
is.
way.
And I felt a lot like that because I wasn't the token person.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't look like who they wanted to take care of. I didn't look like who they wanted to take care of. You know what I'm saying? Like who they wanted to like just take and go out and say, hey, this is my goddaughter. I was the chunky girl. I was just the goofy one. So yeah, I definitely understand that, Reggie. So if that's why I said I had to build my own village.
Wow.
Even if the people that I sought out to be my villagers didn't see themselves as that, just in my childhood delusion, it was okay.
That was good enough for you.
That was good enough for me. And yeah, it is definitely sad. It's definitely sad.
Wow. Well, I hate that we are making you sad, but we definitely want to dive into it because I genuinely want to know, like, what people think about where your village goes when you wake up, when you grow up.
Yeah. Where
do these people go? So, with that, making your own, do you feel like your son had to make a village of his own?
Absolutely not. I didn't think so. Because number one, he's the only child, and two, because we were so close in age. We're so close in age, and then he grew up with your family, your kids. So that was his. He was born into a village, and I'm okay with it. Reggie said, yes, that's it, Christine. I just wasn't token. I wasn't token one. I was literally swept to the side every time. I wish we was friends back when we were children.
My God.
Oh my goodness.
But you can tell somebody. And you can help somebody not experience what you experienced.
Just like you return them diapers.
Thank you so much for joining me on my personal page. We are on the Big Girl Talk page. I put the link in the description. Please join us over on the Big Girl Talk page so that you can see both of us and have this big discussion about where is my village. And if you just coming into Big Girl Talk on the live, just type in the comments BGT. Let us know that you're here so we can acknowledge, so you can join into the conversation. Yes, please join in.
And so far, thank you guys so much for the comments. You know, the likes, the love. We really appreciate it. So going back into this, the whole concept of village, of the term village. Where do you think it derived from?
I really think it was just,
hey brother,
people needing people.
Okay.
When you have a child, it's not just having a child. It's so much to prepare for.
Definitely.
It's so much, especially if you've had a child and you weren't planning for that child. It's so much to prepare for. It's so much to have. You have to be out of work for a certain time, so that means there's no money flowing sometimes. I think it's just people needing people, and I think people just started coming and saying, look, I see you. I see that you need something. Let's get together and get Betsy some Pampers or whatever. And then it's always the bestie, right? You have a really, really close person that you're with that's not particularly your family, but you feel like they are. So you're entrusting this person to take care of your child should something happen.
Right.
So I think it's just people needing people and people seeing a need and genuinely wanting to help you.
So another question that just popped up in my head, like, so do we usually look at the quote unquote village as assistance from a single parent?
I wouldn't. I don't know. I mean, I guess you could, but I wouldn't, because even married couples or even people that have an active father in the life of the child, still need help. I mean, these people have to go to work, and you're still left alone with this child. And even if you have to work, you're still going to need childcare. You still need somebody to watch your child. You still need something from somebody else. Even the married couples, even when y'all got it all figured out, you're still going to need somebody.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. So it's not just single parents. It's literally the couple or different situations call for different things.
Right.
So
It's literally just anybody that actually needs the help. It's just figuring out who's really there to help you.
mm-hmm.
Because sometimes you got people sliding in and just want to be nosy. Just want to see what how you handling things. They really want to see you fail. They're not really here to help. Are you sneaking on? Is that what it's supposed to be?
No. I was thirsty.
So I'm just saying, like, you really need to, just like how you pick friends for yourself,
Mm-hmm.
that's how you pick a village for your child.
I honestly think everything has to be organic, because at the end of the day, I would not pick a godparent, even though if this person was a good friend of mine, and I, through and through, ride or die, whatever. But if they indicated or had an inclination that they didn't want kids at all, I would not ask that person to be no
because they're not good with this situation. They good at buying stuff. They good at talking you down off a ledge, maybe.
Right.
But as far as my child, what is going on?
Oh no.
Excuse me. As far as my child, I don't think I trust you with that responsibility.
Right.
Maybe they're a party girl or something, a party person, and they really just living that lifestyle. Yet they're a really good friend to me. I feel you. They're not. I don't trust you with my child.
Because sometimes if you do ask that person, of course they're going to feel obligated to say yes, because they are obligated to you as a friend.
Mm-hmm.
But you don't want to put nobody in that position that is really not qualified for that particular task.
Yeah, that's true.
So
So how do you go about it? Like, so let's say, not just and we can get away from the godparent because people aren't doing it anymore like that. So let's just say your village pick. You know what? Let me back up a little bit, because we're not really, nowadays, we don't even really pick the village. Nowadays, we really just go by who is already in our life.
That is
right,
true.
and who is already because before we had the baby, or before we had, whatever was going on, these people gave us advice. These people threw us little parties, little get-togethers or whatever. We've hung out with these people. We've done several different things, so we know who these people are.
Right.
We know exactly who these people are, and we know who would do what and when.
Yeah.
So we already know that. So we're not really just handing out little invitations to be a part of my child's circle.
Right. It's
we already know, right? Yeah. So with that being said, the people that's around you right now, the people that surround you, would you entrust, besides me, anyone else, if he wasn't a grown man, would you entrust anyone else to take over?
Absolutely. No fucking doubt about it. If he wasn't over 21, he was still a child, and something happened to me right now, my circle that I have now, I literally could go peacefully. Allie,
no,
duh, yeah. Jen, of course. Markiva, she already think that's her child. So I wouldn't have any worries. But that's actually depending on you or me as a person, because that actually tells what type of friendship that you have, or what type of relationship you have with that person. Because will they do that for you? Number one, but if you have offspring, of course, it's automatic that you will have no doubt that they will do that for your child. Because even now that he's grown, if something happens for me, I know somebody will step up.
Because
I would do it for somebody else.
Not grown,
exactly.
He's grown, but he's age grown.
Yeah. So and I know that they know that if anything happens to them, Christine will automatically take over. It's no questions asked. It's we don't have that type of friendship no more.
Whether you need me or not, my name is in the hat.
Exactly.
Type of thing.
Exactly. Yeah. And I think it's sad because a lot of people don't have that. that particular relationship with people or friendships anymore. Everything is up for grabs. Everything is a competition, and people are literally like backstabbers nowadays.
And don't try to take over because you want some financial assistance with my child.
I'm sorry, because Maja is 100% a beneficiary on everything.
And it's weird behavior that you would want to take over just because it comes with some money.
Right. But that's
how people.
A lot of people think like that. They don't want to do anything if it doesn't benefit them.
OMG.
Something has to be either said about them, given to them. They have to be acknowledged,
right,
for something. Instead of just doing it.
Mm-hmm.
You ain't gotta say shit about me. I don't care. I don't like attention.
Mm-hmm.
So it
That's
is what it is.
Behavior.
Mm-hmm.
Well, all right. So yeah, and I feel the same. But I've always had backup with my sisters, and of course my mama RIP, but she's gone. So now I got to start looking, in other directions. I always have assistance with my daddy. So yeah, I mean, I know who's gonna do what.
Yeah,
I know what's gonna happen, and even though my kids are grown and gone and on their own, and one with a child, I know who is going to be there for them.
Right. So how do you think we start? Is there even an option to rebuild the idea of villages?
Man,
is there a need for it?
Once they get grown, they've started to build their own villages. And all we can do as parents is try to step in and make sure that village that you're building is going to hold you up.
Mm-hmm.
The people, because sometimes we get friends that backstab us and things like that. I know my boys or our boys, they tend to just lean on each other. Mm-hmm. They do have outside friends,
yeah,
but they don't let them get entirely too close. Why? Because I don't know if I can trust you like that. Exactly. I know I can trust my brother.
Exactly.
I know if something happens to my brother, I can get my brother, or I can lean on my brother if something happened to me.
Exactly.
But they, I'm wondering, because I don't know them all, but I'm wondering the type of village they're building for themselves. I like to keep a background village, mm-hmm. people that I already know gonna do what they gonna do. I like to keep a background village for my kids, but I'm wondering the type of village they're building for themselves.
That's interesting. So that might be a conversation that
Mm-hmm.
That needs to have needs to happen, because I haven't thought about it in a long time.
Mm-hmm.
And it's important for me, if anything happens to me, that of course people that Maje have also entrusted in his life,
mm-hmm.
Is he gonna be okay?
Right. And then you got to look at the other side. It's not just this one side of the family. They have another side
they do.
They do.
Realistically,
is trying to assist.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Thank you for joining. Thank you for your comment. Please click the link in the description. Come join us over on the Big Girl Talk page.
So Reggie said, I'm sorry. Pam said, that's so true. When someone expires, watch the siblings cut up about who gets what.
Right. That's the craziest thing I ever heard of in my life. Like every time somebody passed away, the children, no matter if they're young or old, they scramble and scrap with each other about who's going to get what in the household, or who's going to get this, the car, the house, or whatever. And we, as Black people, do not leave wills, because me, for one, I need to go write one, but I haven't written one.
I have to do a revision.
I haven't written one because to me, I'm like, I don't have anything to leave. However, it's not all about that. It's about your preparation and what you want done with the things that you do have. It's so crazy to me that people will fight each other, siblings,
mm-hmm.
because of what's been left behind.
Mm-hmm.
Now, girl, when my mama passed,
mm-hmm.
you ain't heard a peep. Why? Because we all sat down and went through my mama's stuff together, and we all said, oh, this, that, and the third, and who wants and who gets.
Mm-hmm.
There was no
fussing, fighting.
None of that. Mm-hmm. I don't even understand where that would come from. whatever stuff we found either went towards her burial or it went towards one of us. Now, when
what was this?
I know, right? A dragon?
Right. Welcome to mine. Thank you so much for joining.
Hey, when I've seen other people pass, I have seen siblings literally fight each other.
Yeah. Oh yeah, because I was in there.
Wow. And then you still really don't come out with nothing.
Exactly. You really don't. So to go down to Reggie, I definitely don't trust my sorry no good trifling brothers. Pam said the children today don't take care of their parents like they should. It's all about money now, and it's very sad. That's true. Damon said, if it ain't for me, then I'm not arguing over it.
Hello.
Come on. Now, if they said it's supposed to be for me, then we have a problem.
Then we got a problem.
Come on. Now,
here's the thing. You already know it's yours.
Exactly.
Ain't no arguing, ain't no fussing, ain't no fighting. That's mine.
That's mine. And then you know it's supposed to be mine.
Out of here with it. And that's it.
Now, what about those situations? I came into, not me personally, but I've heard of situations to where a parent might have left a particular like cookbook or something. Mm-hmm. But say for instance, I left my cookbook to Majay, right? Mm-hmm. And I had another child, but Majay's not a cook. I mean, Jeremiah is not a cook. Mm-hmm. Majay is. He don't want it. How does that even work? Like for somebody to be left something, I may have described it wrong. For somebody to be left something mm-hmm. that another person wants, and say for instance they're older, mm-hmm. so they feel entitled to that thing. That's what I'm trying to say. So some people feel entitled to it because of their age and what their position is in the family.
But if it's written down, it doesn't matter. Because a lot of times, so when a parent dies, a lot of times the oldest child is the one that takes over all of the everything, even in the estate. Okay. So they're the ones that start their estate and what have you. But if it's written down and made plain, it doesn't matter.
That's all it is.
That's why we as a people need to go down and write our stuff down and put it on file.
Because after I found my mom's last will and testament after she was buried. Mm-hmm. It was her Bible I found her Bible, mm-hmm. and it literally had everything that she wanted done. Mm-hmm. She didn't want no funeral. She didn't want to wake. She wanted to be cremated, and that's it. Somebody didn't do that. Because there's it. Anyway, okay. Listen,
I got a comment.
Okay.
Yes, Lord, because my people village scare me, but I can't do it all. So how do I let go and let them grow up?
Read it one more time.
I always do this. There it is.
Okay.
Shonda said, yes, Lord.
There you go.
Because my kids' village scare me.
Okay.
But I can't do it all. So how do I let go and let them grow up?
Let the kids
grow up. So it's inevitable. Number one, they're definitely going to grow up. Here's the thing. You have to entrust what you put into your kids.
True.
As not the village, but what you put into your kids and the people that you pick to be around your kids. Now, your kids are growing, and once they get grown, they start picking their own people.
Yep.
All you can be there is a support to make sure that these people don't harm your kids. You can't see everything all the time, but that's what I was saying. It's a talk that I have to have with my kids because I want to know what type of village are you picking for yourself?
Yeah.
As well as now I have a grandchild. So I want to know what type of village are you picking for my grandchild?
Come on now.
Because I need to make sure that she's good because I'm still here and I'm still breathing. Therefore, if anything was to happen, I can be that village. I can, well, and Christine.
No, I was talking about his coming.
Oh, so then I can be that village. You know what I'm saying? So that's a conversation that just needs to be had with the kids. It's inevitable that they're gonna grow up. They're gonna find new people. They're gonna build new lives. But you just want to make sure that you're in it so that you can make sure that the village that they're picking for themselves and their kids
is gonna be beneficial
for them. Thank you so much for the stars as well, Shonda. I appreciate that. Please come join us over on the Big Girl Talk page. I put the link in the description. Hey, cousin, thank you so much for joining.
So we have another couple. Reggie says, not true for some. When my daddy died in 2008, he didn't leave us a dime. Everything went to my mom, and he left my sis a policy. Unfortunately, my mother looked out for everyone but me. Wow.
And that's okay. So that's another thing. If there's a wife or a husband, they get everything.
Okay.
But if there is no spouse, then it goes to the oldest child, supposedly. But wow, you know what?
That's heartbreaking.
It's very heartbreaking, but I have seen it before.
Really?
I have seen it before that somebody's husband died and left them, that they were left with whatever, and inherited whatever, and took care of. There was 3 kids, and they took care of 2.
Wow.
And left one out there just looking stupid.
That's weird.
It's weird behavior.
Very much so.
But the thing about it is, everything always comes back full circle.
It does.
And they didn't, whatever she took care of for them, they didn't have it very long.
Wow. Damon said, so I had a similar situation. My aunt died and she left me, my sister, and brother some money. Well, her sister said that amount was too much, so she changed it before she passed. Sad situation, but it was what it was. I was upset after I found out, but I let it go. How you gonna say that's too much?
Wow.
But yeah, it happens. It happens.
It does.
Damon also said, I witnessed all of this and hated that for you the entire time. Are you referring to Reggie, right? Okay. So, Shonda, thank you so much for coming over. It's very weird. They fought over everything that my grandpa had, even down to if he got the body and who was burying him. Oh, who got the body? Family grief is real.
It is.
Family grief is the most disgusting. And you forget your family.
But let me tell you something.
That's crazy.
I believe if I was presented with those issues, I was presented with those issues. I was presented with those issues, and it wasn't a scrap or anything, but it was the constant. Very disgusting. It was the constant. I need to come and get. I need to come and get. I need to come and get. You're not coming to get anything.
No, a damn thing.
You not out of this house.
Cause what's so fucked up? Let me just say that people got so much to say about the deceased in their things after. But where the fuck were you while the now deceased they were sick? Did you sit down and did you cook for them? Did you talk to them? Did you comfort them?
Did you bathe them?
Did you bathe them?
Did you house them?
Come on now.
No.
Because I tell you, look.
Child.
I say this. Although I was the least liked, that was my motherfucking mom.
Okay.
That's all I'm saying.
And what did you do?
Everything that I could at the time. Everything that I could at the time. Reggie said, it sure is Damon Johnson. I didn't recognize my mama for years. During that time, greed changes people. Yes. And what's so crazy? Y'all want to know what's so crazy? A lot of people don't even be fighting about money. Money is, that's a big, it's about possessions. Like, as far as, and it could be as little as trinkets, dishes.
Girl,
you can fall out with a sibling over a fucking pan.
A frying pan. A good cast iron one.
Go buy one.
A good cast iron one.
I bought mine. Hell. Listen.
Crock pot.
Okay, so shut up. Shonda said, I'm putting everything in my will down to my nail polish.
I know that's right.
I don't need nothing misconstrued. But see, I can't talk for people that have multiple children. I only have one. So I don't have to do that. All my money, whatever I got left, going to my child.
You don't have to do that until you get married. If you're married when you pass, then you're gonna need to write something up, because if not, everything's gonna go to him.
I need to write. Let me start writing. If I die, no, not if. When, because everybody got a number. When I die, everything will go to DeMaje Christian.
Not. Wait a minute now.
What?
If you get married, everything should not go to your.
What my husband gonna need?
What you mean? What he need? He need what he had while you was here.
He gonna need what he got coming into the relationship.
Then you don't need to get married, because you got the wrong mind frame today. Now we'll talk about this again.
Okay.
You can't do that.
Okay.
No. Thank you for joining. Please join us over on the Big Girl Talk.
Pam said
in the description.
Pam said, speak on it. The one that did the least, but expect the most and hollering the loudest. The one that's crying and snotting and falling out.
They got to carry you up out of here.
Get your ass up out of here.
Get on up out
Get
of
up. Get up. You sitting there carrying on.
What you fanning her for?
Stop now. I know. Now, Shonda said, Christine gonna have us that. Listen, no, I don't. No, I'm done. Their oven is closed, unplugged.
Let me tell you something.
And thrown to the side.
Let me tell you something.
What? What?
If I ain't hollering, the hell you hollering for? What they fanning you for? I'm still over there.
I know you is.
I ain't moved on yet.
It's okay.
What they picking you up off the floor for?
Girl, just a spectacle. You want to be a spectacle. Get your grown ass up.
Girl, I'm done. All right, now I can move on.
Damon said, yeah, not everything, but my child will have his own.
Yes, your child should have everything. I mean, not everything. Your child should have stuff, but
I would definitely leave my child enough to make him comfortable.
Exactly.
I'm just Christine, listen, because
she was in a heated moment.
I'm going through some things. Listen. Reggie said, Mila, how will you make sure your boys don't fuss over who gets what?
Pause.
Okay. I can answer that. I'm gonna let her boys do not. They don't. That's one thing they do not do. They are the most humble children I've ever come across. They will not argue about anything. If anything, they will be trying to give more stuff to the other sibling. Now you can go.
However,
there's a however.
However, I do have them split up in my finances. I have them split up, and I have a lead person. That lead person will make sure everybody get what they got, and will make sure everybody do what they're supposed to do when they get it. Because my children don't fuss, don't fight. If I don't lead them a dime, all they really would have wanted was for me to be here. I already know this for sure. However,
your water good.
However, I have lost my train of thought.
Sorry.
However, I have them divided up how they need to be divided up, and they're going to make sure that each one of them is good. But they fussing and fighting. And, no, that's not going to happen at all. As a matter of fact, they're going to come together and they're going to make sure that everybody's head is on straight, and they're going to push forward. They're going to have to. That's all they got left to do.
That's true. That's true. And Damon said, just put it in the wheel.
And that's what, I definitely need to go down and write me one for the trinkets that I do have. But as well, if I have this job when I pass, everything is all set in stone. Everything's ready to roll.
Yeah, and a lot of things, because for a while, I'm not even gonna lie, I was scared to even talk about wills and stuff like that because I was scared of death. I can't say that I'm not a little bit nervous, but death is inevitable.
We don't even know when it's
coming.
We
don't know.
Don't know what's gonna happen. When I die, I'm gone. So it's nothing else left for me to do. But preparing for it now that I can see a little bit more clearly, preparing for it is something that needs to happen. I definitely need the insurance. I definitely need to
Definitely.
make sure everything is in place. I don't want the extravagance. Don't put me in no carriage or hauling me downtown. I don't need all that.
Y'all should know.
Y'all know who I am. I'm
Mhm.
not flashy like that. I don't want like the rank. I don't want all that. The ribbons in the sky and all that stuff. I
Cause
don't
that
need
money
all
that you doing all that, it could be in your pocket.
Exactly.
I just want to be cremated.
I don't want. That's up to y'all, and I'm gonna leave it up to them. I don't wish to be. That's not a wish of mine.
It's mine,
but I'm gonna leave that up to them.
Yeah,
you do what you need to do, but don't do all that extra. You let them give you them free limos, and they don't get. And whoever can fit in there can fit in there. You don't need nobody else.
Listen, not the free limos.
Well,
listen, I don't even want an extravagant anything because I'm gone.
Mm-hmm. That's it.
You know what I'm saying? You can grieve and you can do this and you can do that. Whatever. Great. I can't change anything, but I would hope and pray that you would, ride out my wishes.
Mm-hmm.
Don't give me this big funeral where I don't even like a lot of people.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to be viewed because I don't want to be viewed because the people that want to see me. Mm-hmm. Because now I'm dead. Now you want to? Oh my God! Oh, shut the fuck up.
I got to be viewed at all because my thing. Yeah, you do. I really don't want to be viewed at all because my thing is, why should that be your last memory?
Exactly. And I trust. I
don't mind you putting me on a t-shirt. That's fine if that's what you need to do to get through.
Yeah,
but I don't want the why the processional of coming to see me laid out.
Yeah, just don't do that. Really. And I know me, Larry, I got a list of people that I don't even want in my funeral.
So it's like guest list type shit.
So,
I got a comment.
Type shit.
I have a friend who had an older sister who was married. She and her husband bought a house together. Must have had a shady will. Mm-hmm. She died, and her family took the house away from him. Oh, that's horrible.
She can sue them. Okay,
how in the world can you take the house away from them? The
spouse, yeah.
Now that's just dirty. Even if that you could do it, why would you?
People, it's like a switch that come on to people like that it has to. I don't know because I'm not that kind of person. Like, why do you want to be so freaking evil?
That's terrible.
That's really terrible.
That happened to him. That is horrible.
Pam said, "I want to be cremated too. My family looks swollen when we passed and don't look the same. People want to see what you look like." Then talk about it. That's true.
Yeah, that's true. I want to see.
And Reggie said, "I don't think I want a funeral. I just want a listening party to Anita Baker." Come on, I'm with it.
The greatest hit.
The hit. Because everybody know Reggie is here in spirit, loving us.
Yes.
The ones about bye, Gina.
Not a listening party to Anita, baby.
Don't do that, Shonda. She talking some must have been a badass house.
Girl, I don't care. I mean, yeah, it has been a bad house, but darn.
That's kind of messed up.
Rosalind says she wants to be cremated. A lot of people want to be cremated. I think that's because that's the cheapest. I didn't want to say cheapest.
I mean, that's just more
conservative way to go, and therefore all the rest of the money can go towards whoever you're trying to give it to.
Right.
And I understand. Now, you know what? And
you almost hit me.
I'm sorry. You know what? And that will keep some of the bodies out the ground.
For real. Because,
for real.
Like I said, I want to be cremated.
I'm thinking about that.
And I don't want a funeral. You can have a wake. Y'all can bring some chicken over. But after that,
they're going to do that.
Let Christine go. Let Christine go.
They're going to bring the chicken. Why put all that money in the ground?
Exactly.
That's true. That's very true.
Because I think about this, about how it was so hard for us to get. It took us just open the coke. I thought you was sneaking and geeking. It took us a very long time to get Malia's tombstone.
Yeah.
And we made it, that was our priority to do so. And we thank everybody that helped us do that.
Everybody.
I don't want nobody to do that for me.
Mm-hmm.
If you're going to cremate me, I don't even want you to keep my ashes. Dump me somewhere. Somewhere, I ain't going to say just not in the trash or nothing like that, but you ain't got, because I kept my mom's urn. Her urn is there. I don't want nobody to keep me. You know what I'm saying? Just let me go.
You're doing a lot.
I'm so serious, because at the end of the day, if I would have, I'm not gonna get rid of her ashes now. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But if I had the right set of mind that I have now, I wanna ask for her ashes, because I feel like I'm more grieving. I grieve more that I have her ashes.
Really?
I do.
Mm-hmm.
Because before I got her ashes, I would think about it every now and then, play her music and all this and this and that. But now I think about her so much.
Mm-hmm.
And then every time her death anniversary comes, which is on the 23rd of this month,
mm-hmm.
I get in this mood where I have to, like, prime example today. This is one of her favorite meals.
Mm-hmm.
And I played her gospel music and all this and this and that. I just felt her spirit. And I feel like if I didn't have her ashes, I still would, think about it, but I wouldn't be as, you know what I'm saying? And I'm not trying to be funny or anything. I'm not trying to be like, oh, I don't care what nobody else do for me. I just don't want nobody to linger
in the grieving process.
Yes. I'm gone.
Well, that's not something that you can
control. I know.
Like you said, we're going to think about our loved ones regardless. We're going to think about how they made us feel, and different things, different smells, whatever stuff triggers us. If you are physically thinking that walking past her ashes every day is creating some type of additional grief for you, then maybe you do need to spread them somewhere, because that's, in your mind, is the only thing that's going to stop this continuous grief for you. You're gonna have grief. That was your mom. But if you feel like those ashes are creating something additional for you, maybe we should go to Spartanburg and spread them out, or you should, however you want to do it. But saying that you want to stop somebody's grieving process so you don't want them to keep your ashes that's not valid. That's not going to stop anything, especially people that definitely and truly care for you. Whoever gets your ashes, that may be something soothing for them, whereas it's additional grief for you.
I get what you're saying, but I understand at the same time it doesn't stop. I can't control it. So we do have a couple more comments here. Shonda said, "Put me in the wall. I'm bougie." She wants.
You're trying to go to Nolans.
Stand me. Demond says, "Stand me up at mine."
Ain't no way.
No,
ain't no way, and I'm not coming.
I'm not doing. If somebody stand you up at your funeral,
girl, do you know I saw this dude on Facebook? Somewhere. They had him standing up in a corner with a t-shirt on, with him on the t-shirt.
Listen,
I'm done with
it. That's scary.
People doing too much. I got one. Sorry.
Okay.
Because people who come to the funeral probably haven't spoken to you in years.
Exactly. That's my point. Reggie said, "I don't think I want chicken at my." You ain't got no control over it.
They gonna bring that chicken, and whoever on sale is who they bring. And I promise you.
Shonda said, "Put you in gold on the front of the Rolls Royce."
Wow.
Really? What Demond said, "Well, it won't be no damn pizza." They talking back and forth. On my mom's death day, I feel horrible, and then can look at the calendar and realize why. Yep, that's true. I do too. Reggie said, "At some point, Christine." What does it mean?
In my opinion.
Oh, in my opinion. Oh, I'm so old. At some point, Christine, in my opinion, you have to set her free for you. Yeah, I get like I've seen people on motorcycles and shit.
Yes. In the couch, a recliner.
They just sitting there looking. That's like, no.
That's beyond what I can handle.
I can't do that.
I can't handle that. And going back to going back to what Damon said about him feeling horrible on that day.
Mm-hmm.
When I tell you our bodies go through something, it just knows. Our body just knows that something happened to us on this day, whether it was today, last year, or years before. Our body just knows, and that's that grief. It's just sitting there, waiting to be plucked.
And sometimes it's leading up to the actual date.
Yes,
because like as soon as July hit, I felt a shift in my personality because I already knew what it was.
And guess what? You know, everybody knows that the month of May is terrible for me. Here's the thing. This is the last year that I say that.
Okay.
Because I anticipate the month of May being a drag for me. I'm not doing that anymore. And this year proved it because we were able to go on the trip this year. And the whole time I was there, it's not that I wasn't thinking about her, but I even felt like she was there. So I didn't have to be sad about the trip. Here's the thing.
That's awesome.
I always say, I'm so unavailable in the month of May because so much stuff has happened to me in the month of May. She was born in the month of May. She died in the month of May. My mother's wedding anniversary is in the month of May, and now she has passed away. It's so much. My grandmother's birthday is in the month of May. It's so much in that month that I anticipated to be very heavy. No longer. I can't keep saying it because I'm bringing it. It's like the whole year it's building, and then on that month it just lays on my chest. I'm not doing it anymore. I am anticipating good things from here on out.
Amen.
We have declared that we're going to do a trip every year for her birthday. Instead of releasing those balloons, what am I releasing? I'm releasing money in the air because she's not here, and she definitely can't get those tangible balloons. Right. So I'm not doing that anymore.
That was good. I really think that was not only good for you, but that was good for the family as well, because we were able to come together and celebrate life for her, and it was like a breath of fresh air.
Definitely.
Because even though if you remember, it rained so hard.
It did.
I think it was that Saturday. But then the following day, it was just like.
Even the evening, it only rained for the top of the day. It just washed away everything that I was feeling and thinking.
Yeah.
And then here comes the sun. So I'm not doing that anymore. I'm not understand words have power. So I have to change how I talk in order not to experience that anymore. The grief is so heavy and so present that I need to start changing how I talk and how I feel so that I can start moving through that grief. By the way, please look up Moving Beyond the Hurt on Facebook. I am a life coach in grief. Thank you.
Hello. Plug. Shonda said, been there, done that. We argued the whole time at my mom's funeral arrangements before I set everybody straight. Now you ain't show out.
One more time.
She said she'd been there, done that. We argued the whole time at my mom's funeral arrangements before I set everybody straight.
I know that's right. Because who's making these arrangements? That would be me. I don't need the peanut gallery.
Yeah.
It was a whole lot of straightening I had to do when I was setting arrangements as well. So I definitely understand where you're coming from. Because people will sit on the sidelines and tell you exactly what they want for your person's funeral. Oh no, you won't do that.
Especially if you ain't put in on this.
You ain't doing that.
Then please.
And I don't care nothing about you making it free for me. I don't need it to be free. I need to be right.
Exactly. Come on. Reggie said it's April for me, but thank God I was filming all month long. My dad and brother death didn't even occur to me this year. Aw,
My
sorry.
goodness.
So we actually take that grief very, very hard, of course. And I will definitely take into consideration of what you guys said that I might need to go ahead and just let it go. That's going to be hard, even though it's there. She's here with me. It's going to be hard for me to let it go. So I'm gonna pray about that thing.
Yeah,
I got
it's
to.
gonna be hard.
Today was good.
Or you can just return them where you got them from.
True.
Because that's a big that's a big decision. Although things aren't where they're supposed to be, it's a big decision.
Yeah. Okay, cool. There's a lot of things that I have to think about, but definitely good. Today was good.
Today was awesome. Thank you guys.
We talked about our villages, our godparents. I don't know how we hung up on this grief,
but hey,
I needed it,
and needed some questions answered. And thank y'all. We appreciate y'all every time. Wow. It's important every time.
It really is. And we really appreciate everybody that commented, liked, subscribed, shared, everything with us. Y'all know when it's time. You'll know when it's time. Yes. Thank you so much, Reggie. We got to get together. Now, I'm gonna call you after this because I hope you ain't gotta go sleep because I know you gotta go work.
Thank you, Rosalind. We appreciate you. She said it was a very informative show.
Thank you, Rosalind.
Thank you for chiming in. Y'all, we are here trying to be here every Sunday in the 5 o'clock hour.
Yes.
At the Big Girl Talk Show on the Big Girl Talk page. Talk show.
Y'all, they working on it.
We love y'all. Thank you so much for joining.
Bye.
I really hope you have a great week. Bye.
Yes, sir. Hold up.